Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Agent Psycho, and today I've got for you guys the sixth episode, or the sixth rendition of "To Hell with KDR" week. So with that goes on without saying, this is going to be the sixth, commentary. Kind of makes sense, right? So today's topic is going to be about the standardization of YouTube. Now, what I mean by that is, I guess it's best if I start by elaborating my thoughts here. So, obviously, you guys all know that YouTube is now a viable profession. If you become popular enough, if people watch your videos enough, or in other words, if you get enough views, you can, partner with, networking companies and, stuff like that, and you can make revenue off your videos, and you could probably support yourself if you become popular enough. Or not technically speaking, it would be, the correct phrase would be, if you get enough views. But that's what it is, and usually if you're really popular, then the views come naturally. So with that in mind, I don't know. I've been watching YouTube videos ever since early middle school. Ever since I got the hang of how to get on, how to use the internet and whatnot. I was always going on YouTube, watching videos, whether they be just funny videos more or less, or just to pass the time. Or starting like maybe mid to late middle school, I started watching gameplays on Call of Duty 4 when it came out and stuff like that. And I've basically kind of been chronicling the progress of YouTube in the back of my head for ever since people started getting big on the YouTube scene, starting to make their jobs and livelihoods out of it. And I just wanted to give my two cents on what I think of the transition, the progress that YouTube has made over the time span that YouTube has gone from just a simple hobby of people's to people doing actual professional stuff. You've seen those big channels like PewDiePie, Niga Higa, Ray William Johnson, whatever. The people who have 10 mil subscribers or more, really big YouTubers. They make their lives out of this. And I don't know. I just wanted to talk about it. I just feel like there are things that I have to say that are good and bad about what my opinions on this whole field of YouTube, what YouTube has become. And so yeah, we'll get started. So as you guys probably all know, YouTube first started out as that one website that two guys started. It soon blew up, and then I think Google purchased it from the original founders for some absurd amount of money, like somewhere in the billions. So that was cool and all, and that's where obviously it got pretty corporate. And I'm pretty sure that was a time when people started actually getting money for getting a whole lot of views, because obviously Google wants to make a lot of money off YouTube. So they're like, oh hey, if we put ads on these things and we pay these people, we could have a pretty decent profit out of this. So I'm not saying that Google was the one that kind of launched YouTube into this corporate enterprise kind of thing, but I feel like they certainly did facilitate the process. Now that's obviously good and bad. Good because it gives people who do video games put up anything they want to make a living out of it. If for some reason people really like the kinds of videos that you make, whether they be just random vlog videos or like really well edited, really well orchestrated skit videos or whatever it may be, then it's really cool that you get to make a living out of it. However, on the flip side, it kind of obviously there are side effects of putting ads into videos, because obviously for those of you who don't have ad blocker, which you shouldn't really run anyway, it can get annoying having to watch ad after ad after ad on videos ads on videos that are owned by people or uploaded by channels that are partnered. And obviously that can get a little bit aggravating. I've had to deal with that before. So I don't know, there is a good and a bad side to it, but my biggest problem with the YouTube scene as far as like entertainment goes, not like, there are obviously corporate YouTube channels, like, ones that are from CNN, ones that are from Discovery Channel, whatever. Those ones are fine. I'm fine with, because they're TV shows. It's not really, they're not personally run. They're corporate channels. But for the ones that are personal channels, like the ones I've just mentioned, I don't know. They've developed. It's like they've standardized YouTube in a sense, in the sense that, if you look at their videos, if you look at all popular people's videos, they've got some sort of format to the things that they put in the description. Like I'm no exception. I put in the credits to the person who made the intro, the person who made the music, which is by Banana Pie Lord. I went to his channel, and he says in one of the comments on one of his music videos that where anyone is free to use his music, because he made it. He's given permission to anyone who wants to use it, as long as they give credit to him. And that's really, really cool that he's able to do, or he's willing to do that. But that's besides the point. You know, the thing is that I feel like those kinds of people have made it so that YouTube is not really, it's losing its quaint hobby kind of sense to it. If you listen to any big Call of Duty YouTuber out there, they would say that if they talk about the history of their channels, they always say that, our channels we started our channels by, just doing what we like to do, but putting out videos that we thought were cool, like gameplay clips of really awesome moments in COD, stuff like that. That's what they all say. And while, it may seem cliched by this point, they certainly do have the point that, YouTube did start out as a hobby. It definitely did start as a hobby that people just, went there, and all they were trying to do was just have fun. It wasn't really a job. They didn't have to worry about, monetizing their videos, or worrying about you to become like a full-time profession. All they had to do was, upload it, put it up on their channels, and then, that's if people watched it, that was cool. If people watched it and liked it, that was really cool, and that's all they wanted. That's kind of what I wanted to go for, and I still do. You guys can notice that, it's either my upload rate is not very it's not very consistent, I should say. I mean, videos every day, yeah, that's consistent enough, but how many videos a day? You've seen all those other YouTubers to say, we'll upload a video every Friday or something like that. We'll upload like maybe 1 or 2 videos a day, and then, that'll be good enough for them. I don't know. It's cool. I don't have a problem with that, but I don't know. This feels like a very immature thing to say, but I feel like it would be better if the more professional guys of YouTube kind of broke out of this rigid protocol, and just treated it like a normal hobby, because that's what YouTube started as, right? YouTube started as just a normal, simple hobby that people enjoyed putting up videos on. It was just a friendly site, and although I'm not trying to say that's not a friendly site anymore. Well, there always have been trolls and whatnot. It would be really nice if people kind of treated it less as a profession, because YouTube is not like a professional profession, if you know what I mean. YouTube is a job that allows you to do whatever the hell you want, say what the hell you want, as long as it's within reasonable boundaries, and get paid for it. I mean, no one's telling you don't have a boss. I mean, technically your boss is your partner company, but not at the same time they're not your boss. They're not gonna tell you like how you're gonna make your videos, what time you're gonna upload them. That's up to you. Of course, there are some restrictions that your partner company will give you, like, hey, look, if your videos have a copyright strike, we gotta do something about it. Yeah, those if things get serious, then that's understandable. But as far as making them is concerned, YouTube is really not a profession at all. It's truly one of those things where, as people say, if you love what you do, if you love your job, you never work a day in your life. That's exactly YouTube in a nutshell. And the fact that, I feel like YouTube is taking an extremely corporate route to it, even for channels who that have started out as very personal channels, like channels that are only owned by like what, one to maybe a small group of people who are friends in real life or whatever, you know. I don't know. It's not saddening because it's their channel. They can do whatever they want with the channel. If they become successful at it, then well, who am I to say, or who am I to tell them that what they're doing is wrong? It's just that my opinion, my kind of first inkling is that it's kind of, I don't have any word. I don't have any word for this, but it's kind of sad that, to me personally, that what started out as a cozy, quaint channel has gotten to the point where it's they just, I don't know, they try to grow themselves as much as possible. That's all I can say. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if I could do that, I would too. If I could try to advertise myself in order to become as big and as successful as possible, I would definitely grab at that chance. I mean, there's no denying that I wouldn't. I'm not trying to, be a freaking saint here. But even if I did, I wouldn't try to lose the one-on-one kind of personal interaction, because as a small channel, that's definitely what I can enjoy. If I do become big in the future, I will definitely miss the chance that, or the ability of me being able to interact one-on-one with people, with my subscribers, people who take the time to leave comments and constructive criticism, whatever. Obviously that's not something that bigger channels can necessarily enjoy as much, because if 100,000 people are watching your videos, as soon as you upload them, you can't respond. You can't take the time out to read every single comment that flows in. There's no way. It's humanly impossible. And if you did do something like that, well, you're just fucking crazy. just no way getting around that. So I don't know. That's one of the fears that I do have. That if I do become big, I will lose this cozy one-on-one sense that being a small channel will definitely allow you to do. And even though it's really hard to be able to constantly interact with your subscribers, even when you're really, really big, like if you got sub counts to the hundreds of thousands, then that obviously that's kind of hard. But I feel like those kinds of people should still try to reach out and not be so, I don't know, not be so corporate. I feel like using that word is real. I feel really bad for using that word because it's not their fault. I'm not trying to mark anyone out to be. I'm not trying to demonize anyone here. That's not what I'm trying to do. It's just that I feel like YouTube has become so corporate that they can't help but to kind of advertise themselves. If you look on the descriptions of every single video of people's, you got their Facebook links, you've got their fucking Twitter links, you've got their live stream links, you've got everything, like their sponsorships or whatever. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't agree with it. But I mean, at the same time, I can't sit here and tell people what to do. It's just that, it makes me kind of uncomfortable to know that, people had the set template. They're trying to make a cookie cutter out of YouTube, and I don't know what to feel about that. I really don't. It's great that people are able to make money, even including me. Now that I'm partnered with the Machinima, I've been earning steady revenue from them. It's not much, but it's still something from them every month, and that's awesome. I'm not trying to say that it's not. I mean, it's really, really awesome. But I'm still trying to maintain my channel's individuality. Being unique out there, uploading a whole ton of videos a day that most other people won't even think about making. Granted, they're not very hard to upload, and I understand that other videos of other people's take a really long time to make, edit, render, and then upload. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's just what my channel is unique for. That's what makes my channel kind of stand out and be attractive to some people. That's my kind of selling point, and I'm trying to maintain that. And despite whatever happens to my channel, if I become big or whatever, just trying to maintain what little individuality YouTube still has to offer. And maybe you guys agree with me on this. Maybe you guys do agree that some channels out there are just becoming, I don't know. I feel really bad for calling them this, but just cash cows. They're just trying to make as much money as possible. They write their videos on all caps. They try to pull in as many viewers as they can in order to be as successful as they can. And let me just say this again. Let me clarify. There's nothing wrong with that because I would do the same thing if I had the same opportunity. It's just that, I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of obnoxious. That's just kind of obnoxious to the viewers. You know, it's. I feel like there can be a better way of going about doing something like that. But I'm not a YouTube expert. I'm just here doing my thing. I'm just here to upload videos, entertain my sub base, the ones that are active anyway, because I feel like half of my subs are fucking dead. But it is what it is, and I can't really argue against that, right? So, thank you guys very much for watching. This has been the topic for today, and the last one will be coming up tomorrow. So, thank you guys very much for watching, and we'll see you guys later.